Stepping off the plane, it's so easy to breathe again. Life in the big city has finally took its toll. And it's been so long, but I'm finally home. And what better place to rest my weary bones than on this beautiful island where there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something there to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting. And there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, yes. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight, just the beginning of our lives. Sweet Grenada, this is home, home, home. Sweet Grenada, yeah, this is home.
Alrighty, Grenada, Carrico, PD, Monic, and the rest of the world. I'd like to welcome you to another Mikey Live program, people. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, we are talking about the bad, and we are talking about the Mikey folks. It is always my pleasure to be back with you. Of course, just to let you know what's happening in Grenada and other parts of the world. What's happening in Trinidad and Tobago, what's happening in St. Vincent, what's happening in Carrico, wherever, you know. I want to welcome the folks who are tuned in right now via WPG10, and that is channels 10 and 11 on cable TV. We want to big up all everybody. It's always good to have you with us. Those of you who are on YouTube, we want to big you up as well. And those of you who are on Facebook, of course, you know, well, yeah, you're the bosses. Big up to the bosses, man. If you are viewing for the first time, we'd like to say thank you and welcome to the business. All right, don't make it your last. Always come back. Of course, we give you undiluted, uninfluenced, uninterrupted, unbiased news on the program. Yeah, man, we do not have a horse in the race, so we tell you as it is. And I mean, we don't beg no boy for bread, so we have no horse in the race. We do it as we are supposed to. So, of course, when we tell you something, believe that it is without any sort of undue influence. We do this without fear, favor, or ill will. Welcome to Mikey Live. Folks, let's tell you what's making the news for tonight. Enormous efforts into the 2019 Farm Labor Support Program. Police advise safety of children this carnival season. St. George's teenager, 17 years old, dog. 17 years old, charged with vehicle theft. We'll tell you how it happened. We'll tell you how it played out. Beefed up security for carnival season. Carriacou's main airport remains closed following private aircraft incident since yesterday. RGPF advocates vehicle safety for the carnival season. And as well, they say no tolerance towards violence during the festive season. Folks, we're going to tell you about that and more right here on the program when we come back, people. So brace all yourself. Soca Monarch is tomorrow. Queen Show is tonight. Groovy Monarch is tomorrow. Saturday night we have the White Shows. Sunday we have the Calypso Monarch. Monday Place Matchup Juve. We are a real thing to tell you about. We are a real thing to bring you live. So all you, don't worry all yourself. No, we walking like, get on in. Anyway, let's lead our talk day. We're taking a break. For those of you who have not yet done so, we want to encourage you to share the business so that other people will see what's going on here. So we're coming back. Reminding you the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of The headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of WPG10. We'll be back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
The third annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our two locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandans to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap gold and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
So the time for fetting and having fun is here, but that doesn't mean you have to be an irresponsible parent as you go about it. This carnival season, you can make a difference by keeping a watchful eye on your children, knowing where they are and whom they're with, ensuring they attend age-appropriate events, making sure they're not exposed to dangerous situations or activities involving drugs, alcohol, or sex, and of course, leading by example. Remember, even though it's carnival, your first responsibility is to your child. A message from the Child Protection Authority of Grenada, working in the best interest for the greatest good of the child.
All right. I want to say again, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to have you with us for another Mikey Live program. Okay, let's just get right into what's making the news for tonight. Ollie, the first thing that I want to tell you about tonight is Waggitty's premium all-inclusive fete, and the venue is set. Remember, this is the second time around they're having this, all right? This, what I'm about to show you, is Tantine. The preparation was amazing. Waggy and them had fun putting up the things, and this is the venue people are going to be fetting to tonight in Waggitty's premium all-inclusive. He says that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Grenada do not get to fet in such a venue very often. Check out this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most amazing venue transformation ever in the history of Grenada. Tonight, the Waggitty Premium All-Inclusive Fete is taking place at the Tantine Recreation Ground. I don't think anybody here could tell me that this is Tantine playing field. This is the bars, and as you can see, we have some 13 bars, from Hennessy to Ciroc to Johnny Walker to the main bar. Look at this venue. And then I'm going to show you our stage. First time ever in Grenada. Look at that stage. Wow. Somebody just said, they say that can't be for one event. Look at this. This is just awesome. Tonight, the action is at the Tantine playing field for the Waggitty Premium All-Inclusive. Look at this. Look at this.
Hey, yeah, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most amazing venue transformation ever in the history of Grenada.
And that's the voice right there of Mr. Wayne Waggitty Redhead, the promoter of the all-inclusive fete happening tonight inside of Tantine, a venue that has been transformed. 13 bars. 13 bars. That's right. All right, guys. So, see you at the event a little bit later on. Hey, what? Come with again on, boy. All right, so the next thing that we want to talk to you about is the Silver Sands boy. Silver Sands Grenada, they have a new manager. Yes, a new general manager. Here she is. All right, now they have announced the appointment of Narelle McDougall as the general manager. Now, Miss McDougall brings, they say, a diverse and comprehensive background with more than 20 years experience in luxury resorts and hotels. You understand? Now, Silver Sands Grenada opened its doors in December of 2018, bringing a new level of modern luxury to Grenada. They say with heartfelt service, locally driven cuisine, and ultra slick design, including the longest pool in the Caribbean, the property has quickly established itself as one of the most exciting and fashionable resorts in the region. Now, in the role of general manager at Silver Sands Grenada, she will be responsible for continuing the momentum of operational aspects of the resort, further bolster the hotel's reputation and commercial success, while enhancing the guest experience on the property. You guys hear me okay, right? Make sure all you hear me all right, you know. Good. Now, prior to joining Silver Sands Grenada, Ms. Dougal held leadership positions at a number of boutiques and deluxe properties in locations such as Maldives, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bali, and Singapore. Now, okay, let me just, good. Ms. McDougall is passionate, they say, about delivering first-class service to guests, nurturing team members, and establishing excellent relationships with local community. As she steps into the role of general manager, Ms. McDougall will draw on her high-level luxury experience to ensure the ongoing success of Silver Sands, Grenada. Right. Right, we're moving on. Now, earlier, the next thing I have to tell you about boy is they say that there's enormous efforts, right? Enormous efforts, and that's from the the end of the Ministry of Agriculture. Enormous efforts into the 2019 Farm Labor Support Program. Now, local farmers will be able to reap more benefits from an enhanced farm labor support program in 2019. Now, this is according to Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Mr. Randolph Shears, who disclosed the amendments to the existing program while making a presentation at the opening of the 2019 plant distribution season at Maribor in St. Andrew on Thursday, 25th July 2019. Now, under the revamped program, it is mandated that the farmers sign a contractual agreement with the government of Grenada in order to receive support. It says that all farmers and landowners will have an opportunity to complete an application form. Now, they will have to be guided by the direct extension officers or extension assistants. Following this, they will then submit the form to the Ministry of Agriculture for processing, said Mr. Sears. Now, the criteria for selection of beneficiaries are as follows. Farmers must be commercial, registered with the Ministry of Agriculture, and actively involved in farming. Farmers must have legal access to lands that are suitable for the enterprise. Farmers who receive assistance should satisfactorily maintain their fields which receive assistance from previous labor support programs. Farmers should have a good track record of implementing technical advice provided by officers of the Ministry of Agriculture, the Grenada Cocoa Association, the GCA, and the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, the GCNA. Farmers must have the capacity to maintain the assistance received under the program, and the farmers should not receive any assistance on the same plot of land which received support from a previous farm labor support program. And of course, you can find out more on this because we have the information posted on our website. It's very good information. Of course, yes, we have to tell you what's happening with the farmers as well. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boys, that tax that are due for August 2019. All right, and what we are seeing here is that the Inland Revenue Division, the IRD of the Ministry of Finance, advises the public of the following taxes that will be due and payable for the month of August 2019. 7th, which is the pay-as-you-earn pay and withholding tax. On the 14th, game tax. Then on the 20th, we have the value-added tax, VAT, and excise tax return due payable. 29th of August, corporate income tax returns due for businesses with a fiscal year ending 30th May 2019. On the 29th, we have the deadline for property tax payment for 2019. On the 1st of September, interest on the amount owing for 2019 property tax starts. And on the 2nd of September, we have personal income tax due and payable, corporate income tax and annual stamp tax, AST installments due and payable. Now, persons are encouraged to fill and pay all taxes on time to avoid penalties and interests. Payments can be made at the Ministry of Finance, any direct or revenue office, or you can do wire transfer to taxpayers in the diaspora, and that's for the taxpayers, in the diaspora. Now, for further information, you can contact the ministry, all right? That's Miss Karen Moraine Alexander, Public Relations Officer, Inland Revenue Division, Ministry of Finance and Energy. Telephone 435-6945, all right? Earlier, police advise safety of children this carnival season. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force is calling on parents and guardians to take seriously their legal and moral parental responsibilities to protect and provide for the adequate supervision of their children amidst the carnival celebrations. Now, parents or guardians who engage in the practice of abandoning their children or neglecting their children over the carnival celebrations by leaving them alone, locking them away unsupervised and or exposing them to danger are urged to refrain from doing so. Now, the RGPF is warning parents and guardians who think it is okay to abandon, neglect, or expose their children to danger that they will face the legal consequences for any harm that may be meted out to these children. Now, contrary to Section 145A of the Child Protection and Adoption Act, Chapter 44A of Volume 2 of the 2010 Continuous Revised Edition of the Laws of Grenada, a person having responsibility for the care and the protection of a child who causes that child to be in need of care and protection commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $50,000. Yeah, I'm getting yeah, we live on the program in partners. Yeah, I just got the person just realized they call me live on the program. This is somebody this is one of our informants or confidants, if you want to call them, was just calling me on the program. That means it's something serious. So I'll take a little break and hear what they're telling me. All right, good. So we continue. All right, not to a fine not exceeding $50,000 or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 3 years. Now, recognizing that there are those parents and guardians who do not partake in Carnival, the RGPF encourages vigilance during whatever activities are planned over the long weekend. Now, the general public is also reminded of their legal duties to report the neglect, abandonment, or harm meted out to children to the relevant authority. In other words, you have a responsibility. All right? Okay. How are we looking? Here is piece. A 17-year-old St. George's resident was on August 7th, yesterday that is, remanded to Her Majesty's Prison after appearing at the St. George's Magistrates Court number 3 on charges of driving without a driver's license and using a vehicle without the consent of the owner. The teenager, who was charged with 2 counts each of the alleged offenses, was apprehended in the town of Grenville on Friday, 2nd August, while driving a vehicle that was reported stolen. Yeah, no dog. Additional charges are expected to be laid against the teen in connection with a string of vehicle theft. I wonder if I watch any program. A 17-year-old dog. Hold on, let me read the last part. Additional charges are expected to be laid against the teen in connection with a string and all. A string and all, like trending, of vehicle thefts that occurred in the southern policing district dating back to July of 2019. Yeah, no dog. Now they say that he is due back in court on August 15 when it's Carnival. Whoa, the man they inside for Carnival, boy. You're telling me? The vehicles were usually stolen in the early morning. A 17-year-old, yo, nah, no sir. No, that's not no laughing matter, nah. But 17-year-old people, you know what vehicle? Anyway, let's leave that talk. Let's go down to some other matters. Some other business. Alright, we're going again. How are we looking for time? A beefed up police presence will be realized across the country during the Carnival celebrations. Now, the general public can expect continued and increased operations both in the rural and urban areas, with many high-risk areas around the country receiving particular attention. Like, you need to change your glasses, you can't read that. Now, With this heightened security, the general public can expect traffic stops and searches, roadblocks, and increased officers on the beat or town patrols, anti-drug operations, among others. Now, the general public will also see a further increase in police presence effective Friday 9th August, that is tomorrow, given the cancellation of all past and off-duty and the recall of all officers on vacation. In other words, everybody had to walk. Yeah, so you go see police like rain. So if all you know all you have all the driver's license, please match up with all you. If all you know all you planning to do all kind of illegal activity and then kind of business, not this time. Nope. And police and them say nothing no go so. Yeah, so I'm doing all you. Right. How we going again? More news in all the Lily Lolo. Now, last evening we told you about an incident that happened in Carnival. A private plane, overran the runway, causing extensive damage to the aircraft and having the airport shut down. Well, y'all would like a report, update? Well, we give all the update. Oh, you know what I mean? Just ask for the update, and if y'all don't want it now, wait till y'all had to push me for that one. Now, the runway at Lauriston Airport, Carriacou, remains closed again. After the plane accident that occurred yesterday, it closed still. Now here's what. The Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority inspector is expected to arrive in Grenada later, later this afternoon, to commence the assessment of the accident from the morning of Friday, August 9th, which is tomorrow. They say that subsequent updates will be given as the investigations progress. The Grenada Airport Authority regrets any inconvenience, of course, to all customers and the major stakeholders affected by this disruption. Well, of course, so how does that work? How does that work? So are you gonna pay back all them people and them who lost their flights? Are you gonna pay all them people who plan to go Carriacou for this busy weekend? Or you are gonna pay this? Listen, that can't go so, no dog. That can't go so by. All you have to pay because things not had in the country already for all that kind of inconvenience and make sure all you give them people their money. Every dog and cat who had any business that was interrupted as a result of the incident should get like a blight. You understand? You can't tell me about this is procedure and protocol, but to what end? You understand? Man can't drive, he can't ride no plane. The bad boy can't fly no plane. You know, I don't know the man is. You know the man, but you know what I mean? I say, anyway, leave that talk there. Right. Now, anyway, we don't know who the pilot is there, Papa. So let's leave that talk there. So the airport closed again. So yesterday closed, today closed, tomorrow closed. Well, we born J. You gotta open a store. Anyway, let me go again. More news in all the little. Next thing we have to tell you about, boy, with the yeah, boy. Now with the heightening of carnival activities, the Royal Grenada Police Force is appealing to motorists to take every precaution in securing your vehicles. Motorists, you are being encouraged to consider removing the hubcaps. The police always serious about that. Listen, I'm making it up, though. The police giving all your advice here, man. Removing the hubcaps, your car stereo, speakers, and other things that are removable from your vehicles. Avoid. Wait. So I go on anyway. Thanks for the advice, but no thanks. You think it's easy to come like deck and them these days, or them double dean deck and things. You think it's easy? And then let man come and make me call me anyway. Let me do that talk. Oh yeah. Just as how you have home security, you have security systems for your vehicle. That is my advice to you. Home security system, you have vehicle security systems. You have alarms, you have cameras, you have hidden cameras, anyway, let me leave that talk. So the police, let's go back to the police now. They say you are encouraged to consider removing the hubcaps, your car stereo, your speakers, and other things that are removable from your vehicles, avoiding parking vehicles in lonely areas. Instead, park where there is adequate lighting, and after parking, do not just walk away from your vehicle. Make sure that the vehicle is locked. Hello? Right. Persons, you are also reminded to remove all valuables from your vehicles. The RGPF is also advising persons to be careful in your travel, especially at night, and be on the lookout for suspicious activities and report same immediately to the police. In other words, just say all the minding all the business. If you see something suspicious or someone suspicious, report business. Wait, now how many numbers low so this tonight? I hope I don't have to compete with no kind of paid thing program on the other side. And they're supposed to wait. Listen, cabinet supposed to pass a law on thing, making it illegal to have live and Mikey Live going on, you know. All of that live, whether it's national or not, supposed to start after Mikey Live. Right? This is a public service going on here, you know. You can have me, you know, it's like 200 people. What is? You understand? We can't have that on the program, you know. Next time we go deal with all that. Now, Olio, the next thing we have to tell you again, police in all label again. The Royal Grenada Police Force will be taking a zero tolerance, they say, approach to acts of violence during the festive season. Now, the RGPF is appealing to every person, citizen and visitors alike, to refrain from breaking the law or doing anything that will undermine the security and well-being of others, and to play their part in ensuring a peaceful 2019 Carnival season. Now, although the police will strictly enforce, they say, the laws against offensive weapons, which include cutlasses, knives, firearms, cow chains, sticks, and other objects that can be used as or adapted for the use for causing injury to persons, or intended by the person having it with him or her in their possession, all right, or by some other person. So what they're saying is you could be carrying those things and they get you with it. If you do not have a reasonable explanation as to why you're going in the thing with a ray-bone, why you going in Sokomonak with a ray-bone, why you going there with a cutlass, well, crap will smoke your pipe. They say zero tolerance for them kind of business. RGPF calls on all to take heed and obey the law. Already the other day, I think we failed to tell you. I just thought we did, but anyway, 4 persons were deported after police raided an illegal strip club. I think it was in Woburn, boy. Say 3 females, or 3 rather, females from the Dominican Republic and 1 from Trinidad, performing in an illegal strip club, you know. Jando! They were deported right before Carnival. Long all the more you know the thing going on, but right when Carnival, man, go make a blind, you know what I mean? Man, go make a little blind, I'm going to show them people operation. Man, at it, and I mean, all the dread, you know. So anyway, yes, Papa. So they were operating at an illegal strip club. So what's an illegal strip club, by the way? Because when I say illegal strip club, it sounds like you could operate a strip club, but you just have to be legal. In other words, the operator of the club, hello. Right. We're moving on. Right? So they say they get themselves in a monkey pants. Yeah, baby. Right in the Carnival. Watch now, them men make some orders on there. Yo, you know, they know the season coming up. Like every business, you know the season coming, we stock up. They may know the Carnival season, they may more well stock up. The police just gone salt them and vibes and all that dread and a guy. Anyway, let me that talk. All we have a real thing to tell. So they deport them and thing. You know what I mean? Yes. So we have other things to tell you about, but here I want to do, I can't tire talking. Let me drink a little thing there. And then when I come back, I'll tell all the more things. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? I could take a little drink on the program. But now for all to see, we're coming back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you.
the 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a quart glass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
Grenada. This Carnival Thursday, August 9th, Spice Addiction Entertainment invites you to be in venue.
Take a shot and just free up now.
The Neon Edition. Let's pop it bright.
Favorite shot.
Bienvenue is the only Carnival Thursday fit that guarantees pure uninterrupted vibes, 6 years and counting. This Carnival Thursday at 9 p.m. we are on the Morris Bishop Highway in the yard of L&M Investments.
You like talk?
Bienvenue will be featuring a star-studded cast of only the best local and international soca DJ talent, alongside a few mystery acts.
I can't stand me neighbor.
Just avoid getting a case of FOMOs, yes, the fear of missing out, and secure your Bienvenue tickets today at gotofed.com or any Spice Addiction ticket masters, Heather's Boutique, Esther's Beach Bar, and Chopsticks Chinese Restaurant. Bienvenue, the Neon Edition. This experience will move you.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandad's to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
So the time for fetting and having fun is here, but that doesn't mean you have to be an irresponsible parent as you go about it. This carnival season, you can make a difference by keeping a watchful eye on your children, knowing where they are and whom they're with, ensuring they attend age-appropriate events, making sure they're not exposed to dangerous situations or activities involving drugs, alcohol, or sex, and of course, leading by example. Remember, even though it's carnival, your first responsibility is to your child. A message from the Child Protection Authority of Grenada, working in the best interest for the greatest good of the child.
All right, folks, and we would like to welcome you back to another Mikey Life program. And take a drink, and we're moving again. A drink of water. A drinking. We were just hearing some news about U.S. immigration, boy. They say raids by immigration authorities swept up about 680 migrants in the southern U.S. state of Mississippi. They say it left children to fend for themselves with the help of friends and neighbors. They say the raid, which targeted 7 food processing plants in 6 Mississippi cities on Wednesday, were believed to be the largest in a single state in U.S. history. They say the migrants were bused to detention centers for processing and possible deportation, but children in Forest, Mississippi discovered their parents gone alone only after coming home from school. So they just raid them people, place, go with them people, and then parents come home, them children come home, no parents. You understand? They say children begging for their fathers, begging for their mothers. You understand? Why are we going there, man? Why are we going there? Listen, I don't know what's going on in this place, but anyway, let leader talk. You know what I mean? Let leader talk. Let leader talk. I don't want to get emotional in the program, you know. Anyway, earlier, we monitored a report, boy, out of St. Lucia. From our colleagues at the HTS News Force. and what it had to do with is in relation to cancer and processed meats. We join our folks at HTS News Force for that report.
What does it mean for a food to be carcinogenic? According to the Cancer Council, NSW spokesperson and nutrition program manager Claire Hughes, a carcinogen is something that causes cancer. And for a food to be carcinogenic, there must be strong evidence linking consumption of the product to an increased incidence of specific cancers, as well as evidence about how that food can cause cancer to develop. According to the WHO, processed meat falls into the category of carcinogenic foods. These are meats that have been transformed through salting, curing, fermentation, smoking, or other processes to enhance flavor or improve preservation. They include foods such as sausages, salami, salted pork, salt fish, deli meats, and bacon. Red meats or unprocessed mammalian muscle meat such as beef, veal, pork, lamb, mutton, horse, and goat meat also falls into the category of carcinogenic foods. Consumption of processed meat was classified as carcinogenic and red meat as probably carcinogenic after the IARC working group, comprised of 22 scientists from 10 countries, evaluated 800 studies. Conclusions were primarily based on the evidence for colorectal cancer. Data also showed positive associations between processed meat consumption and stomach cancer, and between red meat consumption and pancreatic and prostate cancer. Meat processing, such as curing by adding nitrates or smoking, can lead to the formation of potentially cancer-causing or carcinogenic chemicals. Meat also contains heme iron, which can facilitate production of carcinogenic compounds. Cooking, especially high-temperature cooking, including cooking meats over a flame, example, pan frying, grilling, or barbecuing, can also produce carcinogenic chemicals. Many studies have shown that high consumption of red meat can increase the risk of colorectal cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and other chronic diseases, and may lead to higher risk of dying of those diseases when compared to other good sources of protein such as poultry, fish, or legumes. Melissa Paul reporting for the HTS News Force.
Thank you very much, Melissa, on that one. All right, serious business right there. All right, what can I say? Please be guided accordingly. Folks, what we have for you right now is the national report. So let's get ready for that.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grand Dance to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
Alrighty, folks, and we introduce to you right now the national report.
Grenada shines at Pan Am Games in Peru. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Thursday, August 8th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Grenada shines at the Pan American Games in Peru, with Lyndon Victor securing a silver medal in the men's 1500-meter decathlon. Speaking to the GIS about his performance, Sports Minister Senator Norland Cox expressed optimism that Grenada will continue to perform well at the Games. He says the country is proud of Lyndon and the other athletes participating in the 2019 Pan Am Games.
We're excited, and of course we want to start off by congratulating Lyndon on his getting a silver in the decathlon at the Pan Am Games in Peru. We also want to recognize Kurt, who has worked very hard in that event as well. He didn't complete the event. He has been struggling with some injuries. I did reach out to them last night, and actually they responded this morning, and he indicated that it was an injury that he was struggling with, and we just want to commend him for his effort in the work and continue to represent Grenada in a big way. I know we had Josh was there as well. He didn't perform the way he wanted to, but he is a fun and spirited athlete, and I know that he's going to come back strong and represent us. We still have Braylon to run. He qualified for the finals, and we have Anderson Peters. We are very hopeful that Anderson can, both he and Braylon can medal for us. And so we believe that they're doing very well, and we are giving them all the support that they can.
Victor was beaten by Canadian Damian Warner, with another Canadian Pierce Lepage placing third. Construction work is almost 50% complete on Phase 1 of the low-income housing projects in Dumfries, Carriacou. It entails construction of 100 low-income housing units, which will provide shelter for 100 low-income families. An update was provided recently by Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Kindra Mathurin Stewart. Details in this report by Jamon Adams, the Ministry's Public Relations Officer.
The project is part of government's 2006 agreement with the Government of the People's Republic of China to construct 2,000 low-income housing units in Grenada. Minister Mathurin Stewart says she's impressed with the work done so far by the Beijing Construction Engineering Group.
And I was pretty amazed with the work that was done thus far, and it's been done. And what struck me most about those units and that project is the size of those units. And I mean, we hear complaints all the time as to these things the units probably too small, nobody's going to live there. But I was pretty much amazed and excited with what I saw yesterday.
She says through this initiative, which addresses the housing deficit, many lives will be touched and changed in a positive way in both Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
And I know that we are pretty much on track to deliver over 100 new homes to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, especially our young people, by mid-year 2020.
The need for affordable housing is immense, and the lasting impact it can have on homeowners and their families is undeniable, Minister Stewart further stated.
You know, as the parliamentary representative for the area, I am really encouraged by the interest that is being shown presently in these units by our people. Scores of persons, believe it or not, have begun to inquire about the requirements and the application process in order to obtain a roof essentially over their heads. And by this interest that is shown, I am more and more convinced that this is a project that will bring tremendous benefits to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
The project is expected to be completed early 2020.
This is a national report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fetes, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jeb Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world. followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road. Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8 to 12 for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Welcome back. Turning to news of Carnival. Grenadians are reminded that there is life after Carnival. In a matter of days, Grenada will conclude its 2019 premier festive season, Spice Mass, and concerns have been surfacing about lewdness, alcohol consumption, and the increase in vehicular accidents. During his message to the nation on Thursday, Culture Minister Senator the Honourable Norland Cox stressed the importance of life after Carnival, not only as an individual but as a country. He says Grenada's Spice Mass package is an exciting one with pure talent that must be showcased to the world in the best possible way.
We are told that thousands of visitors have come to our shows to celebrate with us. And judging from the events I have been able to attend so far, the feedback I have received from others, this season is another that will not disappoint. The level of talent and spiritedness showcased by our people is always heartening, and I venture to say unmatched.
Senator Cox said when this year's Carnival is over, plans will focus on making Spice Mass 2020 bigger and better.
When the Carnival is over, may we all be able to relish this year's celebration, basking in the knowledge that once again we have represented the values and talents of our nation, and we have done so with pride. When the Carnival is over, may the pleasant memories propel us to focus on earnest planning for an even bigger and better celebration next year.
Tonight, 7 young ladies will grace the stage vying for the 2019 Carnival Queen title. The Carnival action continues Friday with the Groovy and Soca Mona competition, Panorama on Saturday, and the Matchgra on Sunday. Finally, the Grenada Tourism Authority calls for the Carriacou Festival Committee to hold dialogue with regatta boards within the Grenadines to strengthen and chart the way forward for seafaring in Carriacou. GTA's Nautical Development Manager, Nicoyan Roberts, is concerned about the level of participation from the other islands. She says in years gone by, more islands and boatmen supported and participated in the events. This year, Mairo had the largest fleet of 9 boats. Mrs. Roberts recommended that the Carriacou Committee, along with GTA, meet with the regatta committees of Canawan and Bequia to discuss ways to enhance the festival, attract more boatmen, and keep the seafaring culture alive.
The Grenada Tourism Authority can lend even more support to the organizing committee of the Carriacou Regatta by visiting the islands of Canawan and Bequia that produce sailors every single year for this event. We have noticed that in the small open boat classes you have 12 boats. In the lasers and optimists you have the same number of boats, but most of these boats are crewed by young men and young women from the Grenadine Islands, and we need to find out what are they doing right. The president of the Sailing Association in Canawan has told me that they come to this regatta every year and they would like to see more sailors from Carriacou and Regatta attend their regatta around Whitsuntide, which is when we have Petit Martinique Regatta, but we can split up the teams.
The sentiments were echoed by Mairo's Sailing Club President Claude Alexander and resident Dennis Bowen.
These groups around like Carriacou, Petit Martinique, Mairo, Canawan, and Bequia, I think they should get together and have some big meeting and look in ways that they could bring back this culture. It's Zion, and we have to get together to get back this culture going.
Cooperate with Bequia sailors, the Grenadines, get together and speak to each other and talk to the captain. Our committee from here go up when we have a regatta in Bequia, and then you come and transform and make it nice. You know, talk to people, get together.
That story just ended the national report for today, Thursday, August 8th. Let's recap the top story. Grenada shines at Pan Am Games in Peru. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rikisha, and everyone else who were instrumental in the production of the national report. Taking a look at the weather, that's the generic weather for us. We see precipitation is set at 0%, humidity 84%, wind 10 kilometers per hour. The temperature here in St. George's is just around 28 degrees Celsius. They are saying the low for tonight may just be around 26 degrees Celsius, all right? And the high for today was within the vicinity of 32 degrees Celsius. And that's it for the weather and for tonight's program. Before I leave, would like to say hello to a few people who are tuned in on the program. We have Tamashal, Noreen, Nika, Eugene, Nia, Shireen, Trevelin, Spicy, Spice Girl, Angel, Shireen, Rolanda. We have Colette, Zaka, Joy, and Eunice. We also have Denelson with us tonight. We have Charmaine. We have Meryl Hutchinson, my sister, my mom, and Lintona as well, Griselda. And as well, we have with us Charlene and everyone else, man. We want to say thank you for joining us. Those of you who are on WPG10, channels 10 and 11, we would also like to say thank you for joining us. And may God richly bless you and your family. And that's as far as we can go for tonight. God bless you. Take care. The next program will be on Wednesday. That's right, next Wednesday. Woo, I'm getting a break. However, a break from the news. However, we'll be having more live programs for you. We're gonna be live Juve. We're gonna be live we're gonna be live. Okay, you're gonna see things. Okay, we don't want to say too many things as to when we're gonna be live, but you will see us. We're not gonna leave you wanting. We're gonna leave you satisfied. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ja. No. Good night.